guys, welcome to another episode of Haunt Talk. Today's episode we're going to be reviewing Castle Blood in, oh god,
Monessen?
Monessen PA. We're really bad at pronouncing the names of places.
Yeah.
So this haunt, this is one we've been meaning to get to for a while.
Yeah.
It is a unique haunt.
Oh, for sure.
It is not, you don't want to go to this expecting people to be popping out and doing the ooga boogas. That might happen from time to time, but that's not what this haunt's going for. And I knew it was different. I don't think I even realized myself how much different it was.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I've heard, that I didn't go in there completely blind. I knew that it was going to be a bit different. But yeah, I was surprised by how theatrical it is. And we've talked about theatrical haunts a lot, but this is definitely kind of top of the iceberg as far as theatrical haunts go.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And the building for this place is super cool and creepy looking.
Yeah, it's really like...
This is a neighborhood, and it legit looks like...
a castle just plopped in the middle of
it really does. It looks like if vampires were to just be like, we're gonna live here. It's like, the movie with Taika Waititi in it.
Oh, What We Do?
Yeah, What We Do in the Shadows. I just imagine, like, I know that's not really the thing, but it kind of seems like vampires, they wanted to flat together. They're like, this is where we live.
Yeah,
and
we're gonna live in this.
It's just the one house in the neighborhood that everyone's like, the hell? but yeah, but your place is super cool looking. Just walking up there gives you this, like, unique feeling, and, yeah.
And everybody is, like, basically everybody's a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
With the exception of a couple people.
For the most part. There's a few that aren't, but most of the characters you interact with are.
But there's, like, people standing outside that are vampires, and they just, like, roam around and talk to you, and it's just, it's very, like, it's very theatrical. They all, like, play their parts very, very well. They do not break at all.
No. And even the guy, when we walked up, like the guy who, like, takes the tickets or whatever, he was even fun.
Yeah, he kept, like, making comments to him about, like, if he dies in the house, I can come, like, during one of their special events during Christmas and stuff and visit him.
Right. So the review for this is going to be a little bit different. I mean, we're still going to do most of the categories and that, but it is not a traditional haunted house. But we're going to go ahead and start talking about the sets and props. Now, the one thing about this haunt is that it's probably not going to be as big as most haunts you come to. Mm-hmm. It's just a size. Now, it is fairly decently sized, but you stop in every room, and there's a scene and a game that plays out.
Yes.
Then you have to interact and do the said game. We will talk about these games lightly, but not so much to spoil, although they change it every year, and there's only one weekend left.
Right.
But still...
this theme for this year was Death Becomes You.
Correct.
So all of the games had to deal with death.
Mm-hmm.
In some way, shape, or form. Like hanging, poison. Electrocution. Things like that. Yeah, we don't like electrocution, but anyway.
Well, this one, thankfully, did not shock us.
Yay! Thank you for not shocking us.
Yeah, don't give them ideas. But no, it was really interesting, and, like, there are, like, little games that tied in with each one. There's things, for example, since we're talking about electrocution, you had to, there's a person that was essentially blindfolded, and you had to help guide them to hook certain things up to try and complete a task. There's one where they made you put, like, there's a couple where they made you put different things back together, and you all have a time limit. Mm-hmm. My favorite one out of all of them was, there's, a big library, and it's like a 2-part game where you have to go around the room finding all of essentially these books to match a symbol, and then inside there was something you had to make it spell, and you have to do all this, and it was really cool because, like, we was just the two of us, and the people we were with were complete strangers.
Yeah.
But we all kind of, like, got together and had to help each other and talk to each other. It was a really cool experience. I actually really liked it. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, you really have to work as a team.
Right.
And, like, in order to get most of these tasks done, you need to do that.
Right.
And there are a few that, like, only one person has to do and stuff like that, which it ended up being a totally different person, but it still got done. But
yeah. It was very inventive, but I guess so it's weird because we never really have to talk about games from a haunted house, so this is like the sets and props section, but I don't know where else we would really... We're kind of touch with us
Yeah,
throughout.
because, I mean, the game pieces are technically sets
Right.
and props, so...
But to actually talk about the set design, it was very good.
Oh, yeah.
The place is a house or little castle thing. It's like a little house, well, big house, whatever. So there's actually the rooms in it, but there's also actually an outside portion, which I did not know was a thing that was going to exist at all.
Yeah, I didn't know that at all. Like, I didn't even see it when we pulled up and anything, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, why is it so cold? And then I look, and I'm like, oh, because we're outside.
So there's like a graveyard out there. There's like a spider's den, a witch's area.
Yeah.
There's just a whole bunch of stuff. And all of the scenes were really cool. We have one complaint. Well, more of a suggestion than complaint. I wish there was more music throughout.
Yeah, like even just background music, just because
Right.
my issue was, and our issue actually was, we could hear the other rooms.
Yes. So sometimes
talking.
you could kind of hear almost the solution, or people figuring out another game in the other room, or you're in your game.
Yeah.
Where you could hear a scare that might be happening soon, like. Because there wasn't really any music. There's music outside, but inside there really wasn't any, like, music in the room. And that might be because they want to make sure you can hear the actors. But even if it was, like, or even if it's not, like, some music and then maybe blocking the rooms off better. Like some false doors to kind of make it so you can't hear into the next one.
Right. Yeah.
That's really, I think, our only complaint. There might have been a couple props and stuff here that needed a little TLC.
Yeah.
The ones that looked a little, because most of it was very highly, like, detailed. Some of it was a little more Halloween-y, like, than I think belonged in the area in the place, considering how detailed everything else was. But those are the only real thing that I would just like that the rooms had some kind of separation a little bit better, be it through music to not be able to hear any other room, or being able to block the rooms off a little bit better. Yeah. But besides that, sets and props were really awesome. We gave them a 9. Very inventive, just, lots of cool stuff. And I also like that the sets and props, a lot of the rooms, like, incorporated into the game. Like, there's a couple rooms that are sort of almost like an I Spy thing. So not only is it a decoration,
it's part of the game.
It's part of it, which is really cool, because most haunted houses, you don't think about that. You're like, oh, we're in a room that has some cool stuff. And they're like, well, yeah, but the cool stuff actually means something in this room,
like you need to go through the cool stuff and get what you need. So that brings us to our next category, which was actors.
Yep.
They were excellent.
Yeah, every single one of them. So much dialogue they had to remember. So much interaction they had to have. And not a single one disappointed.
No, not at all. And you can kind of tell, and we did talk to some people afterwards, and they said that a lot of the people that work there are, like, actors and magicians.
Oh, yeah, magicians, yeah.
They did do some, like, weird, like, in one of the rooms, the woman was in front of us, and we were doing the puzzle, and at some point, she must have taken a door or a secret passage, because next thing you know, we were done, she was behind us. I never saw her walk around us. She just appeared behind us, and I don't know if she had, like, a secret walkway or what, but it, like, amazed me, and I was like, wait, how did you were right there a minute ago, and she was behind us. I thought that was really cool. A lot of the actors were just really well done. Makeup was excellent.
Oh, yeah. Some of my favorite. I really liked the girl in the pill challenge. She was a lot of fun with her British really accent. Funny. I actually am not sure if her British accent was real or not. If it wasn't real, then she had a really good British accent. Yeah. The witch, the Spider Queen. Yeah. Those are probably my 3 favorite, but everyone is amazing. Yes. Like, everyone is just so good. Yeah, and I mean, like, this place, if it didn't have good actors, it wouldn't be nearly as excellent as it is, because, I mean, it's an interactive haunt where the actors basically guide you through the games and the activities you do, so if they sucked, then... The maid was really good, too, because she was like, I'm just so excited. Oh, yes, I forgot about her. Yeah, I forgot about her. She's just, like, so dry and just so, like... It was great. Yeah, I forgot about her because her character wasn't there for long. But yeah, she was really good too. She just, like, stands at the top of the stairs. But obviously, actors is a 10. Yes. They were perfect. Everyone did agree, and there's plenty of them too. Mm-hmm. But again, this haunt is different.
for sure.
So they didn't really need as many to like hide in places to scare you. There's one for each. There's at least one for each scene, which is what this haunt needed. But that does bring us to scare factor. We are not going to give scare factor a rating because it's not really. It's so hard to rate this haunt because, okay, for one, it's not really scary because they're not really going for that. It's creepy.
Yeah.
But it's also not for kids because there are some adult. I don't know if I want to say adult situations, but they like
you need.
It's complicated.
Yeah, you need to think a little bit on a higher level than what a kid like. A kid would probably get like bored. I think
possibly, and then that's why they have
like under 12.
They have trick or treating and stuff earlier, which is like no scares, so people are like they're more nice and stuff like that. And there are some jump scares at the haunt, and a couple times they actually got me.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a couple transition areas where you go, especially towards later on. Well, no, I guess they do it at the beginning, too, when you're going from one room to the next game, where there might be some startling things that happen in between, and stuff like that. But, yeah, like, I don't know if necessarily kids would bored, maybe, or they might just be a little bit perplexed by some of the activities that are being thrown at them. And that's not to say that you can't bring your kid to this. I think that, especially, we're talking about, like, young kids just wouldn't get it.
Yeah, I would say, like, under 12 would probably not fare well.
But I think over that long as they're not like an obnoxious kid, and you should know if your kid's obnoxious or not.
Unless they're like a kid that, you know, is an old soul, so to speak. Like, you know, if you think they could handle it, then maybe they can. Yeah,
definitely said. Not scare factor, so we're not rating on it just because, like, it's a completely different ball game there. Yeah. But yeah, that's definitely great for the family. Just not the real young ones because I think it might be a little bit above them. It might kind of confuse them almost.
Yeah.
They might not get it, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
But that's why you take them to the matinee where they have the trick-or-treating.
Right.
Because that's designed for them. Take them to that. And then,
Exactly.
So that's going to take us to value. It is $20 for a general admission ticket, $25 for VIP. We were in there for over an hour.
Yes.
And also, like, no, you're not getting anything of value, but you might win little trinkets and stuff that you get to take with you.
Yeah, you get things. You get a prize at the end if you survive.
Yeah, if you survive, it's hard to explain how it all works, but
like he got a little trinket. He had to do a certain task, and he got like a little gemstone from it. A couple other people in our group got little things that they had to work for, whatever their task was. So you do get to keep that stuff. They do give it to you, which I was kind of shocked because I thought they had collected it, but he's like, no, I still got my little gemstone.
No, they didn't collect. There's like coins that you use, and that they collect.
Yeah.
But those little prizes, I guess it is for everyone. Because I don't think anybody else gave their little. I forget what they called them there. Oh, they were like artifacts. There wasn't artifacts. Either way, there's like little trinket things you had to collect. But value we gave a 10 to for the $20 and for the amount of entertainment they're providing you.
Well worth it.
Yeah, and you can just feel when you're in this place that it's a bunch of people that want to do it.
Yes. They
are doing it because they love to do it, and that's my favorite thing about haunts just in general. So overall, we gave them a 9.5. So near perfect score. The only thing I'd like to see improvement on is just the separation of the rooms a little bit to not break the immersion while I'm in that one game. And that's really it. Like everything else, the actors, the set, just everything else was really good. Like just really amazing. And I'm excited to go back. We hope to go back to try at least one of their off-season events.
Yeah, we hear that the Christmas one is very good, so we're kind of hoping for that.
They're going to try that. They have a St.
Weather
Patrick's,
permitting.
They have a St. Patrick's Day one, and I don't remember the other ones. I think they might do.
It's a Valentine's Day, I think they said.
Yes, there's a Valentine's Day one, I believe they said, yep.
All right, well, that does it for this review. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube page. Hit the bell so you know when the new video is up. Make sure you go to our Facebook page and like that. Share it with your friends. Come on, everybody has some sort of friend, even if it's a weird kid in class, just tell them, hey, come check this out. Is there a place that you want us to check out next year? Comment below.
Comment below or send us a message on Facebook.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, you can do that as well. And, if you've been to this place, what did you think of it?
Right.
Let us know what your experience was like. But, we will see you guys in the next video, though.
See ya.